like to show you this fun sort of way of playing scales on the guitar where you're accompanying yourself, and really it's just a sort of starting platform for getting into improvisation in a solo guitar context. So I'm in standard tuning and we're going to be in the key of E major. Okay, and the technique on the right hand is going to be a P, I, M technique, thumb, index, middle. So I'm going to start by just playing the E major scale along the G string of the guitar, starting on the 3rd degree of the scale, a G sharp, which is the 1st fret of the G string. So the scale goes like this: G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp. That's a whole scale. Back down with the frets. So we have 13, 11, 9, 8, 6, 4, 2, 1. So now to sort of accompany yourself through this little scale idea, just going back up and down for now, you're going to use a P-I-M technique, thumb, index, middle, and you're going to get this sort of sound. So now suddenly you've taken a scale and you've made it a little bit more interesting and fun to play with. Once you're comfortable with that scale, I really encourage you to start trying to improvise with it. And that's really where the fun in this concept is. So you can do, for some ideas, you could do maybe some sort of sequence, so moving around in thirds. So step up from that would be trying to utilize other strings to play notes from the E major scale that are not on the open B and E, because you want to constantly have that sort of B and E string ringing out underneath every note you play, so you get that sort of connected accompaniment feel in what you're doing. So for example, maybe I would want to play the E major scale on the D string, starting on the 2nd fret of the D string, which is an E note, and playing the scale like this. You might want to try some arpeggio-based things. Or you might want to try using chord shapes and go through the scale like that. Once you sort of have everything in E down, you can start working on trying to change key, for example, and then you're really getting a much more diverse palette of color to try and improvise with. For example, switching between E major and E minor using these 2 open strings works because B and E are in both of those keys. So if I start in something major-esque, for example, now I'll go minor. Major, minor, and then I would encourage you to explore other keys that might or might not work. For example, A major could work. You'd get this sort of sus sound. One other extension of this idea, which is quite nice to get into, is when you have a key that you're happy with. Let's stick an E for now. Between whatever it is you're doing on the melody, you're going to try and add some sort of flavor to the accompany notes, so it's no longer just going to be the open B and E string that you're plucking in between your melody notes and the bass, but you can try and add some harmony by doing different notes, having different note choices in the accompaniment section in the upper register. For example, going through in 6. So hopefully this is something that you enjoy. For me, it was so much fun when I first discovered this to get into it, and quite often now I will work on this just for right hand coordination, or to sort of wake up musicality first thing in the morning and just enjoy going through the different sounds that I can create while giving myself a bit of accompaniment, a bit of a musical backdrop. That's all for now. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. See you next time.